I realize that I have the AC on, but good morning, good evening, good whatever you are in the world. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hannah on Panda. It's your favorite and God's favorite Panda. We're back today and we're doing hot topics back to back because I feel like I missed like 2 weeks of hot topics because I was going through shit. And I hate going through shit. So we gotta fix it. And honestly, I just feel like there are things that I wanted to talk about like a week and a half ago that I kind of just glazed over. And obviously, I'm going to take to Instagram to because I do follow like the major gossip blogs and stuff like that, but also like news blogs as well. So there's a lot of things that I see on the internet that kind of be raising an eyebrow. But I'm trying. I'm feeling overstimulated, but I'm trying. Um, and right now, my background music is giving YouTube approved. So shout out to YouTube for making a list. Even if um, or giving us a group of songs we can use, even if shit, hold on, even if the songs are boring and no one knows them and stuff, I guess it's good that they gave us something, is what I'm saying. Hello, shout out to London. How are you? Trying to get my computer to work with me. Trying to get my computer to work with me. What a colossal pain. Thank you, Johard. Jahard. Sorry, that's a pretty hard name. If I pronounce it wrong, just let me know. Um, we're gonna get into hot topics, of course, but right now I'm trying to get my freaking computer to start working. Hold on. Do I maybe need a new computer? Yes. Yes. How are you feeling? I'm feeling better, Travis. Better than I was a few days ago. Hi, Behavioral Finance HQ. Weird name, but I fuck with it. I rock with it. Art of War, right? He favorite. Oh my goodness. Shout out to South Carolina. Hey, little Penny. How are you? Welcome back, Boogie. Um, what's wrong with my laptop? It's moving hella slow because I keep leaving like tabs open, but I don't want to forget the tabs. Like it's me. I think I am terrible with laptops. Hey, King. How are you? I think I'm the problem, no cap. When it comes to my laptop, I think I might be the perpetrator. Um, we're about to get into hot topics, but right now we're talking about how janky my computer is, but because of my poor treatment of my computer. So that is where we're on right now. But I know, but it's like I have so many bookmarks I need to delete, so I keep reminding myself to delete the bookmarks that I don't need, but I just haven't gotten around to it. you look like you can play a mean businesswoman in a movie. Baby, I'm a mean businesswoman in real life. Um, but yeah, hold on. Let me. Oh, it's charging. It's charging. Nobody say anything. Okay, okay. All right, guys, we're back. Um, we're back. So we're gonna get into hot topics. No more waiting and perusing. We're gonna get into straight tea all the time. And then when we don't got shit else to say to each other, baby, we leaving the live. That's how I'm running the lives from now on. So did y'all see that AI video that the White House put out, or like I guess Donald Trump put out and stuff? It was like a remake of Ricky and Morty, and it was just giving. It just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. It just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. But what did I eat today? I unfortunately had a McDonald's spicy wrap. Do not judge me. Um, yeah, don't judge me on the spicy wrap. And this is not me endorsing McDonald's. Okay. So, NYC Mayor Zohran Mamdani leads Pope Leo and President Trump in Kalshi odds for Times Person of the Year. So pretty much Kalshi is a betting app where you can place odds on who's going to win what, and like the topics range from a bunch of different genres. So apparently when people were voting for Times Person of the Year, and I guess Mamdani and Trump and the Pope were up on the option board for that. Mamdani got picked, and I think that's great. But Times is a notorious publication anyway. They notoriously put bad people on their publication. Times once had Adolf Hitler as Man of the Year, I believe. I don't know if I can pull up the this is all allegedly, y'all. Let me see. Let me see, because I can always Google this. Times Person of the Year. Okay. Yes, Adolf Hitler was named Time Magazine's Man of the Year in 1938. Thank you, Art of War. I know Mamdani is just a mayor in New York, but it's surprising his reach. It's giving he has presidential reach now. Who knows what Mamdani's future will look like in 10 years or even 2 years. Who knows? But I will say this. In 1938, Times Magazine placed Adolf Hitler as Man of the Year. So Time Magazine has notoriously put terrible people as Man of the Year. They're more likely to do Donald Trump, in my opinion. And that is my Kaushki bet, even though I would prefer Mayor Zohran Mamdani. But Times Magazine is a janky magazine at best. That's funny. But shout out to New York. They seem like they're having a great old time with all their rights and stuff. Um, there was something else I wanted to talk about, and I think I wanted to talk about um, the the Black Panther reboot. Are people looking forward to the Black Panther reboot? Hey, Tobito, how are you? Ma'am Donnie has proven to be very progressive, and I think he could do better with disabled people, though. Um, he's just a mayor in New York City, but he's already proven to be striving for more of what the people want than what the big corporations want, and I find that to be a win. But I do think that, you know, he has other things that he has to focus on, which I feel like are um, obviously his disabled people, because many disabled people have been making content surrounding, including some of my friends who are disabled, just about how they're feeling left out of the process of moving forward. um, hey Mook, how are you? You don't really watch nothing of the Black Panthers. Okay, well, is anybody else looking forward to the Black Panther movie, though? So what are you doing? How are you tonight? Like I said to you before again, so I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm glad everybody's doing good. Marvel movies don't interest me. I understand. I'm not the biggest Marvel movie fan, but I will be going to see the new Black Panther. Although I thought we had decided that Zuri was the Black Panther, so I'm not sure what they're doing by moving the Black Panther character so quickly. Surely Zuri is signed for 5 movies, unless she isn't. And I can't help but think that it's just because she's a woman. I watched the last Black Panther. It was good. You didn't watch the Black Panther since Chad passed, so y'all didn't even support his sister. Do you like it? Do I like every Marvel movie? No. Do I like Black Panther? Yes. Do I like the Iron Man? Yes. But do I like Captain America? No. I could never sit through a Captain America movie to save my life, which is why I don't. Um, but I'm gonna watch the new Black Panther. Old Show, Night Ride, Michael Knight. Unboxing it tonight ever since. And I like him. Okay, Mike, good to know. Alrighty, that was informative. No one is really interested in the Black Panther. Good to know. So, Drake has been giving 50K to each Strong Women, Strong Drinks event in Toronto. So Drake has been throwing like events for women around the USA, not just Toronto, but like if you heard of Janice, if your name is Janice and stuff like that, you get a free like something something at a place and stuff. I don't know. I've been hearing rumors about that like for a while, but let me just read. And this is reported by the Shade Room. Okay, big money. Drake surprises 10 women with 50K each at his annual Strong Women, Strong Women, Stronger Drinks event in Toronto. The rapper shared that he created the event to celebrate women and give them a space to connect, have fun, and feel appreciated. I like that event. It sounds lit. Sounds like a little PR stunt, but I like it. Black Panther doesn't feel the same without Chadwick. But Chadwick supported everyone in that movie. So if everyone in that movie is signing on to do it, and I really think he connected with Zuri as his sister, like on the show, but also like in real life. So I think that for people to not support it is very telling. It is very telling for the Black community. I think we need to do better on that. He's dead, and the Black Panther story still has to be told. Yeah, I do think that Drake is somebody who has always given, though. So I guess you can't really say that it's a PR stunt because Drake has never really been cheap. So there's that. So you ate with that one, Mook. I was hating for a little bit, but you ate with that one. Okay. Did y'all know that O'Shea Jackson Jr., which is Ice Cube's son, has a 9-year-old daughter? I didn't. Another commenter didn't know either. And then he wrote, if she chooses a life and the light, then so be it. But I will not force her into a life with no privacy. It's why people don't even realize how many siblings I have. It's why you never see my father do MTV Cribs or none of that. You don't have to share what you love with people who don't love you. But y'all can get her cute little footprint from when she was 4 this time, lol. Yeah, I agree with him on that. Everybody don't need to know your business. He ate with that one too. She gonna be good. She getting paid good for that movie. I remember he was out buying folks groceries and all that. Yeah, God's plan. He was giving a lot of people money. He took like what the label gave him to make a good video and gave it out half, I believe, or a percentage of it, and then shot the video in the neighborhood. So y'all gonna check out the new Black Panther movie, but you're gonna skip over the female Black Panther movie. I'm not liking the anti women thing. I agree, Mook. Fame is a crazy place, and it's hard for adults to navigate. So I would imagine it would be harder for kids to navigate. Did y'all hear that Shamar um, was arrested? I'm not. They said the last Black Panther was Mexican. No. What? She's not Mexican. She's not Mexican. It sounds a little sexist if y'all are willing to watch this new one, but y'all are not willing to watch Zuri's, who's actually written into the framework of Black Panther. Like, let's be for real. Okay, so the internet personality Shamor McCoy has spoken out after being released from jail following his arrest on a misdemeanor battery charge. This is reported by the Shade Room, but this is information from TMZ. According to court records obtained by TMZ, Shamar was arrested Monday in connection to an alleged November 2024 assault and was released the same day after posting 2,000 bond. And my thing is, how is he doing this though? Hi Norman, how are you? My thing is, how is he doing this though? Like I'm not sure how it's even working for him. I could see him putting his hands on folks, but I can't see it like hurting or something. Like this man looks like he's injured and stuff. Like it doesn't give a good swing, you know? Like it just doesn't give what it's supposed to give. But the alleged victim told police the incident was recorded and later posted on Instagram. A witness reporter gave a similar account to investigators. So he got witnesses. He got witnesses banging down his door. Mm. We will keep y'all updated on that one, but I hope Shamar's okay, and I hope he stops hitting people because I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm not really understanding. I'm not. Um. Okay. So Perez Hilton, and I saw something about Perez Hilton not too long ago, a couple days ago. And if you don't know who Perez Hilton is, he's like one of these old bloggers. He's like 20 years old. He's been writing about people. He's been writing about people for the longest. He's been writing about celebrities for the longest. He's honestly a little bit worse than Wendy Williams. I'm not gonna lie. Just with what he's been doing, like just if you go through his past and stuff like that, you can find semi-racist things, semi-problematic things that Perez Hilton has posted, and that's why I don't read his stuff anymore. But back in the day, I remember his stuff being very, very popular. I just never, I just never read it. Um, yeah, the victim does have bags on the way. I agree. Now that everything is coming to light and they're saying that there were witnesses, I do feel like Shamar might be coughing up a band. Like, that's all of that negative energy he put out coming back to him. You can't build a foundation on what he's done and think the universe ain't gonna pay you back. I'm kind of gonna agree with that one. The same thing Wendy Williams has said about herself. Now, I don't know how karma works. It doesn't seem to work in a way where it should work, because there's a lot of people we know deserve this. Even though I do think Perez Hilton do deserve this, but I'm saying we know people way worse, and nothing happens to them, at least from our eyesight. But I guess you don't know what God is doing behind the scenes, so all you got to do is make sure you right. Um, but okay, so let's get to the Perez Hilton of it all. Okay, so police called to the home of Perez Hilton after he was seen on TikTok harming himself. Now, this comes a couple days after I saw a video of him apologizing for all of the racist or problematic things that he has said or done on his harmful blog sites and stuff like that. And he did seem a little bit teary-eyed. I did feel like he was a little bit teary-eyed about it, but I'm not really sure what to make of it. I'm not really sure what's going on with him, and I don't really wish bad on people who like are gossip blogs. I used to run a gossip blog, but I was very ethical with mine. Like, I was not like saying whatever, I just whatever. But it's important to report facts, and some facts, just because they're facts doesn't mean it's newsworthy, and I think people have to understand that too. But okay, so police were called to Perez Hilton's home after the media star live streamed himself covered in blood and self-harming. In the disturbing footage, Perez is seen taking a knife to various parts of his body and cutting himself. Miami-Dade Sheriff Office released a statement saying they responded to the scene and spoke with family members of Perez, who was home alone at the time of the live stream. Police said that they were able to tactically disengage and will continue to monitor the situation. The star has 3 children. Interesting. I think it's very, very, very interesting. I'm just going to have to wait for more details. I'm curious to see why Perez Hilton is doing this. But in other old news, yeah, I do believe that sometimes karma can go to a next generation, and that's why it's important to be careful how you treat people. But honestly, you should not want to treat people bad, not just because you're afraid of something coming back on you. You should just not have the want to treat anybody bad, but that is just me. I'm Travis. I'm old enough to not be able to tell my age, okay? Like, outside, like, because no man will come up to me and be like how old I am. Like, I'm old enough for nobody to ask me that. Like, I'm like just at that age, and I feel like that should tell you how old I am. But yeah, treat people how you want to be treated, period. Speaking of old news, because I feel like Perez Hilton is such a 2000s reference. Are you guys here for MySpace relaunching their platform? I honestly thought that they were still up, because a couple years ago I could have sworn I checked on my MySpace. I could have sworn I checked on my MySpace within 10 years ago. But I don't know. I do not know. But let's see what the Shade Room posted. Um, MySpace MySpace may be trying to make another comeback. So they did have another comeback. Okay, so MySpace may be trying to make another comeback. The owner said in April 2026 documentary about the platform, they want to bring it back, a version of social media that isn't hyper focused on algorithms. They explained their four failed attempts to bring the platform back, though through different management teams and CEOs, but said it never worked. They are committed to keep trying until they can bring back a platform that feels modern but authentic to the original MySpace platform. Ooh, they're gonna have a hard time because they're gonna have to like fight against quick 5-second videos on TikTok and so much more. I think MySpace should stick to its niche and just make it better, intensify the niche, because right now the niche is you get to decorate your page and stuff like that. Like MySpace is basically a reflection of you. Like, you remember when everyone would have like a MySpace page and then they would be like decorating their pages and updating their pages with like SpongeBob or Chris Breezy in the background, and it really said something about who you were as a kid. It really said, damn, I really like Chris Breezy. And you know, I think that they can just expand on that, you know, being able to create your page as creative as you want to and stuff. I don't know. I think MySpace has a realm of its own. I think that they need to be a little bit more confident. A little bit more confident with how they go about it, and really pick the good parts of MySpace and go for that. Who wants to be mean in the first place? Misery does love company, I'm telling you. And there's people that believe that, and there's like literally genuine people that believe that in order for some to live well, many have to struggle. They really do believe this. And they will waste their whole life proving this. It's actually very, very, very sad. Hey Chris, how are you? I hope you're having a good vacation. Why should I look up your school? Rock the Star. Hi, Kind. How are you? What's poppin', Bookie? Kind Carolina. What's poppin'? Always looking good. But guys, don't forget to like my live. Go subscribe, share. Go watch my content. Go run up my watch time hours. Thank you. And we're getting back into hot topics, and we were talking about MySpace making a potential comeback. MySpace making a potential comeback. What's your nationality? I was born in the United States of America. That is the nation I hail from. If you're asking, you know, what am I? I'm African American. Um, yeah, I'm not saying that it won't be hard for MySpace to come back. It definitely will be hard for MySpace to relaunch. Okay, now it will be different. MySpace will have to bring something that other platforms just aren't bringing. But who's not sick of Meta right now? I'm tired of Instagram and Facebook. Aren't we overstimulated with Meta anyway? And then they can pitch it as some type of revolutionary rebrand, a way to strip away from the government and the breakaway. Like, MySpace can rebrand it for real completely. Honestly, it could be the social media of the people. Okay, Mook, I'm here for MySpace too. Where are your parents from? The South. Um, Thank you, Philip. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think most of us are here for MySpace. I saw a few yeses. So yeah, we gonna stick with that. We gonna stick with that. Yeah, I'm excited for MySpace. Excited. So Nancy Grace jokes on Diddy and says itty bitty Diddy whining from jail yet again, and I'm inclined to agree. Him and Tory Lanez whine the most from jail, and it's just ugh, I have a headache. And so that's probably the most I'll spend on them, honestly. Um, I feel like I hear something like talking. I fixed my table, y'all. Love that for me. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. Free puff, free smoke, free smoke. No, I only mean free smoke, as in weed, not puff. Sorry. May he be locked up for eternity. I want to see what they're gonna do with it. Is MySpace gonna be updated? It might. No, it will be updated. I think that when they bring MySpace back, it will be completely updated and it will be a completely new format, y'all. But it will still hold all of the great things that we liked about MySpace, like um, it's okay. It's okay. I'm happy to repeat a little bit, but yeah, they will be doing updates and stuff like that. And honestly, that's the reason why they haven't brought MySpace back yet, because they're trying to figure out what updates need to happen besides individualism, which I feel like MySpace could definitely sell. Yeah, yeah, no, of course. Yeah. A relaunch and a rebrand is obviously going to come with upgrades. Like, it's just so evident. That is a given. Um, moving on. So Cardi B doubles her bag and promotes Old Navy and has like an Old Navy jeans line. Now, Old Navy's not gonna get none of my money. Um, I've been fed up with them for a long time. So no matter what black person they connect themselves to, it will never be that for me. Who's going back to Old Navy? Hi, Savage Life. How are you? Who's going back to Old Navy? Raise your hand. Raise them high. Okay, I'm not going back to Old Navy. Thank you. Isn't she intuitive? You ate with that. Guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We do hot topics all the time, but we also do other things as well. It's mixed. You ready to close your door? Okay. Well, yeah, I do, because I'm gonna close my door. All right, guys. So that was the info on that, and we're moving forward. Let's continue. Okay, so Rihanna and ASAP Rocky are trolling Drake. I don't know why Drake keep messing with these people. Exactly. Nobody wants to wear Old Navy's 10 seasons, 30 seasons ago ass clothes. Um, Abercrombie too. Abercrombie sucks. Bored, snore. Um, yeah, no. And now Old Navy's talking about, oh, they fit BBL bodies now. They never used to fit BBL bodies before. Hi, Levi. You come in the same way all the time. Um, yeah, it's a no for Old Navy for me. Okay, so wait, hold on. I'm looking at Hollywood Unlocked and I'm seeing what they posted about Perez Hilton. And I'm gonna read what they posted about Perez Hilton. And it is sensitive content, so if you are somebody who's sensitive, this ain't shit for you. If you make it look good, then you good. What's the topic? Okay, so the topic right now, we're just doubling back to an old topic just because we were talking about Perez Hilton looking like he was harming himself on TikTok Live. And this comes fresh after him saying, posting a video about him apologizing for the racist stuff he's done and the problematic blog that he's held for about 20 years. Thank you, Lopez, for saying that I'm absolutely gorgeous. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, support a baddie today. Yes, Aloysius. I think your name is Aloysius. If I'm saying your name wrong, correct me. I don't mind. But yeah, we're getting back to hot topics. Okay, so Perez Hilton has left fans deeply concerned and sending prayers for his well-being after going live on TikTok with alarming behavior in an alleged self-harming incident. On Tuesday, August 4th, clips went viral of Hilton visibly naked and covered in blood. While standing in front of the camera, he held a large knife and held it against his body, making several cuts along his stomach, chest, arms, face, thighs, and more. In the clips, he smiled, moaned, and grunted in pain. At one point, he said, "I'm surprised TikTok lets this stay. F you, TikTok." Yeah, TikTok is demonic. I'm sorry. I stand by this. TikTok is demonic. I'm re-streaming live on TikTok right now, but I will tell you, TikTok is demonic. Um, Levi, calm down. Do you got kids? No, I don't have kids. Thank you for asking, though. Thank you guys for liking and subbing. Don't forget to like and share and run on my watch time hours. Go watch my YouTube videos. Go support. Thank you. Okay, finishing this. He continued to say, "It hurts, but it feels so good too. I'm a parasite loser. This is what you all wanted, you know?" After running the knife against him some more, he said, "It'll be interesting to see what happens after you die." He then invited 3 other TikTokers onto his live stream and said, "What's up, effers?" All of them concerned then asked Perez, "What are you doing? Are you okay?" He replied, "I'm committing suicide." One person said, "That's not what we're doing here." He replied, "Yes, it is." When they continued to inquire about his actions, where his loved ones were, and where were his loved ones, he said bye and ended his live stream. Following the live stream, Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office responded to Hilton's home. A spokesperson told TMZ that deputies received several calls and quickly responded to his home. Family members at the scene confirmed he was alone inside his home. Deputies have since tactically disengaged, which is what I read for the last time, but continue to monitor the situation. Since then, his rep, Golden Artist Entertainment co-CEOs Dante Reschioli, it sounds Italian. It sounds Italian. And Rebecca Cochon shared a statement with TMZ. Before this concerning incident, Hilton went viral in March after claiming to have met God during his 21-day hospital stay after battling for his life. He said what started out as a flu quickly turned into something deadly, sepsis. Let me look up sepsis. I'm gonna have to look that up. Ooh, small word, but what does sepsis mean? Sepsis is a life-threatening medical emergency that happens when your body has an extreme runaway response to an infection. Ooh. Okay, so the infection that he had was deadly. Maybe it caused him to go temporarily insane. I don't know, but yeah, TikTok is just so toxic, bro. I don't understand it, and their lives are so effing boring. Like TikTok lives are like people arguing with themselves, and it's just weird. I wouldn't do it, but it's weird people all around the world who love TikTok. So, all right, moving on. Shabuzi has a new album called The Outlaw of Sherry Lee and Other Western Tales. All right. Sherry, or maybe it's Sherry Lee or Sherry Lee. I don't know. Will anybody be listening to the Shabuzi album? Tabito, if you want to go, you can go. It's fine. You don't have to stay up. I did say I could start the lives earlier, but I don't know. Nobody responded. Um, Hi. And guys, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and for the compliments. I appreciate it. If you're tired, don't be afraid to go to sleep. No, ma'am. Hi, Deshay. Okay, shout out to the workout. So yeah, I don't believe that Shabuzi doesn't like black women just because he doesn't work with K Michelle. I know K Michelle had already alleged to that earlier in the week, but I'm not believing that. I think that people try to avoid K Michelle purposely. And I do feel like K Michelle has been a little bit blackballed unfairly, but also I feel like she also is annoying, so it's kind of fair. Um, I think that if K Michelle just stops being so sensitive to everything, and I get it when you've had to defend yourself for everything and like be in spaces where black people are not even wanted, like she is in country spaces where things are not for her. She is fighting to be on the country chart, and there are not many black people in the country lane on in the world. So even though we created country music, but yeah, I'm not gonna believe K Michelle. I don't think Shabuzi doesn't like black women. He's featured black women in his videos before she even said this. So I really feel like she's just upset that he does not want to collaborate with her in a professional manner. But it seems that he does realize that she is talented because, as she stated before, Shabuzi complimented her and was like, yo, you're a legend, you're an icon. So I think she should just leave it at that. Okay, so moving on, we talked about the Sydney Star situation yesterday, but I wanted to follow up because Funky Dineva has spoken on the Sydney Star situation, and I thought he would add a different level of decorum, a different level of, take to the situation, but instead he spewed the same harmful rhetoric that I feel like keeps being spewed time and time again. And it's the fact that, oh, now you're gonna make everyone hate trans people and stuff like that. And while this is accurate, because people do think that one person is the representative of a whole bunch of people, that happens a lot. They do it with black people. It's just not a real good way to think, though. Like, realistically, we cannot uphold those standards. Realistically, if we see somebody saying, oh, this is why I don't like transgender people, then you definitely need to say something. Like, you have to be like, yeah, no, this is wrong. Like, because Sydney does not speak for most transgender people. And before this came out, I said this earlier, when she was on Baddies, I felt like there were mad transgender queens that should be on Baddies above Sydney. Thank you for the hearts, whoever's hearting my live. Y'all, I can't see y'all, it says 0 over here, but thank you to whoever's liking my live. That puts me on the For You page. I appreciate you. But yeah, I never felt like Sydney was a representative of the trans community, and I felt like before this she was just already somebody who had already done too many dastardly deeds. I wouldn't F with her, period. she's just too much of somebody who's looking for clout, where she'll hurt everyone to get it. Now, let's talk about Chris Brown's latest album. I don't know if anybody has listened to it. If you've listened to it, please say I in the comments. Just leave an I. I haven't listened to it. Of course, there are hit songs in there that we already know that have been circulating for the past year, because that's what Chris Brown does. But Pitchfork called out Chris Brown's new album and called it a real piece of sugar honey iced tea shit. Now, let's look up what Pitchfork even does. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to Pitchfork. Pitchfork. I'm going through the site. Okay, so Travis listened to a couple songs. Good. Are you saying that Chris Brown's music is good, or are you saying like, okay, so this seems to be a review column. Okay, so Pitchfork gives that it's a review column. And I guess they review music. Now, who reads columns anymore? I don't know. That is so funny to me. But apparently Pitchfork is a review column, and they reviewed Chris Brown's music and then went to post on X.com, which is formerly Twitter. This album is a real piece of sugar honey iced tea, with Chris Brown's face in the caption. And Chris Brown responded, I don't give a F about what these ends is talking about. And obviously Chris Brown cares. He likes to act like he doesn't care. Everybody cares when somebody talks bad about their art that they work so hard on. At this point, though, Chris is very, very talented, and that's something that doesn't need to be completely restated so many times. But I do feel like he should stop reacting, because people list him as one of the like best like entertainers of all time. So I feel like reacting is not something Beyonce would do, but I keep remembering that he's a reactive person, and that's why he got so many violent lawsuits and stuff. But he should get control of that, you know? He should get control of that, because yeah. um, I love some good smooth R&B. Me too. I think everybody loves R&B. There's some songs that I still bump to from Chris, unfortunately, but I don't support him as like an artist. Like, I'm pirating his music, but um I don't wish bad on him either, though. Like, at the same time, like, I'm not somebody who is going to plot on anybody and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna sit in front of a boiling pot and voodoo somebody into like doing bad. And I do think that Chris Brown's songs, like the amount of songs he puts on his albums, do be too damn long. Like, why do we need a 45 song album? That's too extreme. What are we doing? Okay. But yeah, I haven't listened to it. I've definitely heard some bops on there, but that was like from just passing and stuff like that. Like, I don't actively seek out this man's music. His music find me. But yeah, let me know, because I'm gonna ask again next week if y'all listen to it. And I'm not encouraging you guys to listen to it. I just want a more valid review from you guys. he should put 10 to 14 of his best songs on there and make a good album. I agree, but instead it seems like we get whatever's backed up on his computer. Like he literally goes into his uh, song dump and says, okay, these 45 songs is good. Let's throw them on the album and we're going to call it Midnight Moon. The song with Friday is good. Well, Friday been making hits anyway, so it's like Friday gonna do a good feature. That's one thing. I hate people. Okay. So, woman charged for allegedly making bomb threats to government offices after Nolan Wells' death. Free this lady. Free Michelle Francine Edwards of Cincinnati. Free her. A woman of the people. A woman of the people. All right, guys. Thank you so much for sitting in on my live. We had a time. We talked about a lot of great things. I'm excited. I think this is how we're going to run Hot Topics from now on. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the likes. Don't forget to share and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow.